Hey guys, it is Monday. I believe it's the 19th. And I'm on my lunch break from work and I just pulled stuff out of the freezer for dinner tonight. I'm going to make jerk pork. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any rice. I think I may just skip doing any kind of brown rice or anything like that and just do the jerk pork, and it doesn't need to be served over anything. I pulled a bunch of peppers from the summer garden out of the freezer, and I'm going to let these defrost and have paper towels in here to absorb a bunch of the moisture, so I'll be able to chop them up and put them with some onions. And then these are just some of the little sweet dipping peppers that I had in the fridge, so give it a little bit of color, a little bit of variety. You should always eat your colors. So that is what we're going to do. And then I have some of this pork shoulder blade steak. They were buy one get one free, so this is $3 and something worth of meat that I'm going to put with the peppers and onions. And then a bag of broccoli. This was $1. And then this is some corn that I put up actually 2 summers ago. I'm trying to use up some of the corn from the freezers. I still have a ton of it on the cob. Sorry, dishwasher's kicking in. Like I said, I'm on my lunch break, so loaded breakfast dishes and got the kitchen cleaned up before I head back to the office. So Chris probably will not have corn tonight, but I know Jaden loves it, so, and I need to use it up out of the freezer. So we're gonna do jerk pork, peppers and onions with broccoli and corn tonight, and probably tea for dinner. So that is what we're having. Now I gotta get my butt back to work. Okay guys, here is dinner jerk pork. Skip the rice, skip the cauliflower rice, anything like that. We're just doing the jerk pork with peppers and onions with some broccoli and whole kernel corn. The peppers and stuff are from my garden. The corn is from my garden. So we're gonna have dinner and let's see, 8 o'clock. Go watch a little television. Bonus tonight, I made us a little bit of dessert. This is some sugar-free, fat-free chocolate pudding made with a combination of heavy whipping cream and a little bit of the low-carb milk with some of the spray Cool Whip stuff topping. And I took some of this Lily's chocolate and just used a grater and grated a little bit of it on top. It has some almond chunks in it, and this is what we're having for dessert. Hey guys, I just thought I would show you a quick glimpse. This is Tuesday of Chris's lunch and snacks that he's going to take with him on the road. So there is tuna and Miracle Whip, a couple of hard-boiled eggs that have salt and pepper, some salami and Colby Jack. And then I have some veggies with ranch dip here, and he'll take a water and probably a Diet Coke. And this is his like breakfast. It has sausages, eggs, and cheese with hot sauce on it. And this is my brunch lunch. It is 1 sausage patty and 1 egg. And that is what I'm gonna have. I had some watermelon for breakfast and a quarter of an RX bar. I just had a little bit of an RX bar. I didn't finish yesterday. So that was my breakfast. So this is pretty much gonna be my lunch right here. And then I'm sending this with Chris. Hey guys, it is Tuesday night and I have this huge container of ground beef completely defrosted. And I have a couple of recipes planned for this. So probably shouldn't be starting this at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night dinner, but it is what it is. I just walked in from the office. So the first recipe I have is this Paleo Keto Meatball soup. I just really want this. And Chris said he's not super hungry. I made him lunch today and he ended up eating that late. So it's probably good that dinner is gonna take an hour. So this says cook time 1 hour, 10 minutes, total time 1 hour, 40. I think I can probably shave a little off that because I'm a pretty fast cook once I get going. And I went ahead and started pulling everything out. I'm not following the recipe exactly, surprise, surprise. One of the things it calls for is fresh spinach. I do have some, but I have it mixed in with salad greens, and I want to make salad with that. So I'm going to use a little bit of this chopped spinach, and then the rest of the chopped spinach, I'm going to look up a recipe for probably like a cream spinach to make for Chris one night this week. And I'll probably just do a side salad with this meatball soup tonight. This just looks really, really good. So this is, let's see, who put this out? Cassidy Stouffer. Okay, so that's her her recipe, and I will link it down in the description section below if it's something that looks interesting for you. And then I'm also going to be turning part of this ground beef into a meatloaf with hopefully a little small meatloaf I can put in the freezer so we can take it to camp, and I can make Chris some meatloaf sandwiches when we're at camp. I think it's next weekend that we're going. And then the rest of it, if there's enough, is going to be a Mexican keto taco bake, I want to say is what it's called. So I'm going to get the first 2 recipes done, then see how much I have left. If I have enough left, I'm just going to ground the ground beef up tonight, brown it up, and go ahead and flavor it with taco seasoning, and then I'll actually put that casserole together on the night that I am making it. So the meat will just already all be cooked up. I'll warm it up and do the rest of it. So that is my goal at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and start separating this out, get my meatballs going in the oven, get my soup mixture going, and then I'll move on to everything else. But start with the meatballs, which is going to be 2 pounds of ground beef, fresh spinach, a small onion, 3 cloves of garlic, sea salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, and parsley. No egg. Huh. I am wondering how well that's going to stick together. We shall see. I might end up throwing an egg in it if I don't think it's going to stick together very well, but we'll see. Okay, I have my meatballs ready, and I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the oven at 350 and then start on my soup base. All right, guys, so I am sauteing these veggies up, and when they get a little bit of color on them, then I'll add the liquid in, so they'll start softening, but I want them to have a little bit of brown to them before I add the garlic and before I start adding liquids in, so that it just has really good flavor. Alright guys, it is 7:35. My soup is bubbling away. I just started my ground beef and onions. This is going to be for the Mexican casserole that I am doing, and I'm adding in some homemade taco seasoning, so I know there is no sugar or anything like that in this. I just flipped the meatballs off because they're done. As soon as this reduces down some and thickens up, then I'll add the meatballs in, and I'm working on the meatloaf. Not too bad on time. Right, the meatballs are done. I am getting ready to add them into the soup. The taco meat is done for the taco casserole, and then I'm gonna plop my meatloaf right into this pan right here and put the same pan right back in the oven because I don't want to dirty another dish. So this kind of pan works better for meatloaf sandwiches anyway because it's flatter and makes it a little easier to cut them up and put them on a sandwich. So I'm just gonna pop it in here and then get the meatloaf cooking in the oven. All right guys, so I have dinner ready, and then I have dinner prepped for the next 2 nights. I also have some creamed spinach made. This is just gonna be probably for Chris and I don't see Jaden touching it. We'll probably have that tomorrow night. And that is just cooling off. I'm gonna go ahead and dish this up, and I made a salad to go with it with a yogurt poppy seed dressing. And this is dinner. I just sprinkled a little bit of mozzarella cheese on top. You could use Parmesan, whatever. It didn't call for it in the recipe. I just did it with a nice leafy green salad with yogurt poppy seed dressing and a glass of tea. Not too bad. Dinner by 8. And this is dessert. Carb Smart ice cream and diet root beer. Yum. Guys, if you're curious, this is my usual breakfast. If not watermelon, sub cherries in this place, but it's usually a couple glasses of water, some sort of fruit, and an RX bar. And I'll nibble on this over an hour or 2 in the morning while I'm working, and then I won't have anything until around lunchtime. So this is just what I do each day. Well guys, it is Wednesday night, and what you see the dogs enjoying right here would be the meatloaf that I forgot to take out of the oven. And when I went to go get it out of the fridge today, I realized it got left in the oven all night and all day. So now it is dog food. Yeah, not super happy with myself on that one. So I'm gonna pull the dish out that Mugsy planned on doing tomorrow night, which was the Mexican casserole, and make that tonight and figure something else out for tomorrow. Okay guys, this is what we're having for dinner. This is like a Mexican casserole, I guess you could call it. I think that's what they called it. Mexican taco low carb keto bake or something. It had like some really long name. I did add some jalapenos from the garden I pulled out of the freezer. They're just sliced up on top, and a dab of sour cream. I need some bacon deviled eggs, some broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots, which is butter and salt. And then for the kids, Jaden's girlfriend and stuff is here tonight. I have watermelon as a side dish. So this is what we're having for dinner. Hey guys, it is Thursday. I'm on my lunch break, and I planned on making Mississippi chicken. But I realized I am out of the right kind of peppers, and I'd already put all of the ingredients in there except the peppers and the butter. I've seen where a couple of people have done the roast with the banana peppers, so I figured, what the heck? I have multiple containers of banana peppers, so I tossed some banana peppers in here and some juice, and I'm gonna put this over cauliflower rice tonight, and then I'll put another vegetable with it. So we'll see how this turns out. We all like banana peppers. I just don't know how much it's gonna change the recipe, but we'll see. And if not, it'll be an experiment. So we should be having meatloaf tonight, but you saw what happened to the meatloaf. So, oh well, I'll have to make some more meatloaf the beginning of the week for Chris to take to camp. So just sometimes you have that mom brain and forget. So not too bad. As Chris said, it was an under $20 mistake and 30 minutes of time. So forget about it and move on. So that's what I'm gonna do. So Mississippi chicken tonight, and I'll show you what it looks like when I have it all together. Okay guys, here is tonight's dinner. This is cauliflower rice with the Mississippi chicken thighs with just fresh veggies sliced up and ranch. Hey guys, it is Sunday night. It is almost 7 o'clock, and I'm working on dinner. I'm actually getting ready to go pick up my dad to join us for dinner tonight. He has Parkinson's, and finger foods are very easy for him. Things with forks sometimes are hard, so it's a night of finger foods. Chris is actually making a double batch of wings tonight. Dad loves that kind of stuff. I have a veggie tray, and I have some like little smokies with the barbecue sauce. So we're gonna do a night of kind of appetizers, lots of finger foods. Last night, trying to think, we had that rotisserie chicken that is in my grocery haul. Chris and I just kind of nibbled on that, and that was dinner, and I think a little bit of the meatloaf Chris had. And then the night before, we just had leftovers. So not much to show this weekend, but once I get everything together, I'll show you what we're having tonight.